Hello there, and welcome back to Nauset News. I'm Kevin the Victor.
And I'm Nathan Wallstrom.
And here with the announcements in the lineup. All right, so, to start off, are you an artist? Do you write well? The Nauset Literary and Arts magazine wants you to send in your work. $25 cash prize for the winners of each category, plus 3 honorable mentions for each category. The deadline is February 4th, 2019. Send your submissions to nausetlitmag@gmail.com. Next, we have the 4th Annual Human Rights Gallery. View original exhibits reflecting social justice and civil rights issues. It is a collaboration between the Nauset Human Rights Academy, Honors Exploring and Respecting Differences class, Honors Portfolio Art class, and Nauset Black Student Unions. It will be during school hours, and it will stay there until February 1st. And last, but certainly not least, mid-year exams are next week from Tuesday, January 29th to Friday, February 1st. So if you're a student, be sure to study hard, do your best, and never give up. And now, on to today's lineup with Nathan Wallstrom.
Okay, our top story is covering MIT Race Car plus Warrior Works Lab by Joss Devlin. Coming up next, we will have sports with Maxwell Moran and Michaela Hutchinson. We will also be covering the High Five Student of the Week, Ryan Redahan. Covering that will be Wyatt Gaynor. Further, we will be covering Things to Do with Noah Zedzina and Alark Chin. Coming up next is our Talent Search of the Week with Matt Campbell and Gavin Rice. And if you're looking for health tips, it's coming up next with Diana Williams. And then we'll be traveling around the world with Leah Baker. And our special report about below normal temperatures will be covering by Kai Covell and Alex Birdsey. And to top it off, we will be visiting College Notebook with Carson Winslow.
All right. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Nauset News. I'm Kevin the Victor.
And I'm Nathan Wallstrom.
And now on to the top story.
Hello, I'm Joshua Devlin here in the Warrior Works Labs for our Nauset News top story. Today we'll be interviewing Mr. Romer's students on their MIT race car projects. This is a new program here at the school that offers 21st century skills in a growing technological field with hands-on learning along with a working relationship with the MIT University. Hello, I'm here with Derek Ryan. Now Derek, what exactly do you do in this class?
In this class, we create programs for those autonomous cars over there, and like a wall follower or safety controller.
What would you say your favorite part of this course is?
Probably most things to do with the car and like how it actually works, like using robot operating systems and stuff like that.
How does the programming for this project?
We use Python with the robot operating system portion of it, like to change the steering angle and like the set points and stuff like that.
A little off-topic question, but what field do you wish to go into after high school?
Probably like something to do with computer science or computer engineering.
Ready, well thank you, Derek. Hello, I'm here with Danny Whalen. Now Danny, what exactly do you do in this class?
Well, we work on the autonomous car over here, and we use our Python to code various things to make it follow a wall by itself.
Now, what is your favorite part of this course?
Working with all the cars and learning how everything works.
Now, what skills learned here will you hope to transfer to college?
Definitely my coding skills. I mean, I have previous learning with that, but it definitely helps build skills.
That brings me to my other question. What field do you wish to go into?
Construction management and business management, but possibly something to do with cybersecurity and coding, so that will definitely, or this will definitely help.
Sounds good. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Derek, could you tell me how the programming for this project works?
Sure. So right here we have this Python code which we use to run with ROS, which is a robot operating system, and it basically tells the race car what to do and when. So this line at the top is just to tell ROS that it's a Python script to run. And then this here is just importing some data that we need to use later on in the code. And then this here is the message to send back from down here. Basically what this program does is it subscribes to the LiDAR, which is this part of the car, which does a laser scan, and it will take that message and it'll interpret it, and then it'll publish a message to go to the drivetrain, which runs the wheels, and that's what this down here does, and then this line just makes it spin and keep taking messages and sending them. So these just are to get these constants to work, and then we have the first if statement, which it checks to see if there's a wall right in front of the car, and if there is a wall right in front of the car, it'll run this code all the way at the bottom, which all it does is it just goes wherever there's more space so the car doesn't hit the wall, and it slows it down. And then we have these if-else statements that all they do is they check if there's a wall nearby within a certain amount of meters, and if there's nothing nearby, it'll incrementally increase the speed, and if there's nothing within 3 meters, we added this to make it do donuts.
Right on, yeah.
And then this here is just to follow a wall. Basically, this script here, it takes the distance between the left and the right walls, and it will, depending on which wall it's following, it'll correct so it's within 1 meter of that wall, and if there's more than 4 meters to the right or left, it'll switch the wall it's following so it can make right and left turns. And that's basically all the code.
All right, well, thank you, Derek.
Welcome.
This has been Joshua Devlin in the Warriors Works Labs. I hope you enjoyed our top story.
Hello, I'm Noah Zadzina, here with
Jan.
and today we're here with things to do. I'll be starting with some movies to watch. Glass is rated PG-13 and runs 129 minutes, or just over 2 hours long. This is a unique movie that brings together the narratives of director M. Night Shyamalan's previous films, Unbreakable, released in 2000, and Split, released in 2016. It stars Bruce Willis as a security guard with supernatural powers who has to track down a man with 24 distinct personalities, including one known only as the Beast. This man is played by James McAvoy. And throughout the movie, their encounters keep on escalating, all under the watch of Samuel L. Jackson's Elijah Price, pseudonym Mr. Glass. While divisive among critics, 83% of Google users enjoyed the film, and it received a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Fans of the first two movies should definitely catch this thriller. Next up is The Upside. This film stars Bryan Cranston as Philip, a rich quadriplegic who needs a caretaker to help him get by in his daily routine. He decides to hire Dell, a struggling parolee who is trying to reconnect with his ex and his young son. Despite their many differences, the two come together to form a strong friendship. With comedian Kevin Hart in the role of Dell, this drama/comedy has been a hit with audiences, as 92% of Google users enjoyed this movie. It is rated PG-13 and runs just over 2 hours. Lastly, The Kid Who Would Be King is a fantasy/action movie. Old school magic meets the modern world when young Alex stumbles upon the mythical sword Excalibur. He soon joins forces with a band of knights and the legendary wizard Merlin when the wicked enchantress Morgana threatens the future of mankind. It features a talented cast of young and old actors, including Rebecca Ferguson and Sir Patrick Stewart, alongside many talented young faces. This movie has a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, an 88% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 72% on Metacritic. With a PG rating and a runtime of right around 2 hours, it is a fun fantasy flick for all to enjoy. Now, over to Alaric with some local things to do.
Thank you. This is Alaric, and today I'm going to talk about all the fun things you can do here on Cape Cod this weekend and throughout next week. So on this Friday, January 25th, we have 2 lectures on the museum masterpiece, the Louvre. The 2 lectures starting from 1 p.m. at Centerville Public Library. If you're interested in art history, you really should check it out because it's really good learning opportunity. And on this weekend, it's Cape and Islands Orchid Society's 30th annual show. And on both Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Resort and Conference Center at Hyannis. The show is called The Victorian Beauty. They have some wonderful flower displays and very creative. The tickets cost $10. Make sure to check it out. You can find more information on their website. On Monday, January 28th, pianist Eddie Shear is performing at Cape Cod Senior Residence starting from 3 p.m. If you're interested in music, especially in piano, this guy is really experienced and is a great musician, so maybe you get a chance to talk to him and get some advice, or you can just enjoy the music. And on next week, Thursday, January 31st, we have a winter cooking class starting from 6 p.m. at Chatham Bars Inn. And this cooking class continues every week until March. You can get to learn the basics about the sauce and meat. You can also learn how to make brunch, desserts, and pastas. If you're living by yourself or a college student, it's really important to know how to cook. And you can find more details about this class at Chatham Bars Inn website. If you're looking for some good food and live music, a new restaurant that popped up is called The Bricks House, located on Route 6 in Eastham. The owner chef has deep Jamaican roots and had already impressed his customer with his signature dish, jerk salmon served with fresh vegetables. In addition, they have a great atmosphere. The large brick fireplace is sure to keep you warm in the winter. And live music on the weekends. They also have some really talented musicians, such as Scrap Brothers. They're playing this weekend, so you should definitely check it out. And that's it for the week. My name is Nauset Jan, and I've been joined with
Noah Zina.
And that's our things to do for the week.
My name is Matthew Campbell, and I'm here with Gavin Rice, with your special talent of the week. So Gavin, what would you consider to be your special talent?
Well, I play many instruments of different types and different classes.
All right, and how long would you say you've been playing for?
I've been playing this instrument for about less than a year, but all of my instruments for more than 8 years.
Oh, nice. And what grasped your interest into playing?
Well, ever since I was very little, I would always love listening to music, and I thought to myself it would be a very good idea to play it, and from there it just grew and grew until I got to the professional level.
Yeah, there you go. And do you have someone that you look up to that made you want to play?
Yeah, I looked up to my grandfather, who played a lot of music. He was a trombone player, but I never got to meet him, but I heard stories, and I also look up to John Coltrane, Duke Ellington, and Charlie Parker.
Oh, and could you play a little something for us?
Of course, I would love to.
All right. Campbell, and this has been your special talent of the week.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Nauset News' Health Tip. I'm Diana Williams, and today I'll be talking about some healthy hot beverages that will keep you warm during these low temperatures. One of these beverages includes fresh ginger tea, which can help cure nausea and stomach aches. It can be made fresh with a grated piece of ginger root or with ginger tea bags, which can be bought at stores. Another healthy drink is mint tea, which is low in calories, a great palate cleanser, and aids in digestion. Lastly, a wintertime favorite, hot chocolate, can contain almost 5 teaspoons of sugar and can cause weight gain. For a healthier version, mix unsweetened cocoa powder with a low-calorie sweetener and low-fat milk. I'm Dinah Williams, and that was this week's Health Tip.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Gaynor, here with Ryan Redahan, who is a junior here at Nauset, and is also a member of Best Buddies and the varsity hockey team. He was instrumental in the recent win against DY, and in addition is a strong academic student. So Ryan, when did you start playing hockey?
I first started playing hockey whenever I was in 3rd grade. I played for the Lower Cape Coyotes. I've been skating for as long as I can remember that.
Nice. So what position do you play?
I play center, which is on the offensive side of things, but I also do help back with the defense too.
Nice, nice. So are there any team goals this year that you can think of?
We really want to make it to Gallo, which is at the end of the season for the state playoffs, and hopefully get into the championship game.
Nice. So do you think the team is currently on a good track?
Right now we are. We had a little bit of a slow start, but we've found our way with each other. We've been playing very well recently.
Nice. And are you hoping to take this in the future, like play hockey in college?
I'd be happy with club hockey. I'll probably be playing hockey until I'm about 50 years old though.
Yeah. Nice, nice. So switching gears, tell us what your role is with Best Buddies, because you also do Best Buddies.
In the Best Buddies program, I'm a group advisor, so every Wednesday I go to the Best Buddies program, and I hang out there. We play games, we have a lot of fun with the kids,
there are also people who will have a best buddy and will do stuff outside of school. I can't partake in that though because I have hockey and I'm very busy with that.
Yeah. And finally, what are your favorite classes this year, and what classes are you doing well in?
So generally I'm doing pretty well in most of my classes. I've always loved math and I like Spanish a lot. I'm getting honors right now, so I can't complain one bit.
What about electives?
Electives, I have business with Mr. Castellano. I really like that class.
Right. Nice. I'm Wyatt Gaynor, here with Ryan Redhand, and this has been your High Five Student of the Week.
Hi, I'm Leah Baker, here with this week's Nauset News Around the World report. In Tokyo, Japan, a single fish was sold for the equivalent of $3 million US. A 612-pound bluefin tuna was sold from Tsukiji Fish Market, a market famous in the Japanese city. Bluefin tuna is usually sold for around $44 a pound, but the increasing rarity of the fish has sent the prices higher than ever before. Up in Alaska, a moose wandered into a hospital in Anchorage. Security staffers were monitoring the moose when a patient alerted one of the heads of the building. Footage from the head of the building's phone shows the moose calmly walking around greenery at the front of the building. Luckily, the large animal walked out with no problems after a little while and made for an interesting story everyone in the hospital could tell. In a South African airport, police seized $1.3 million worth of illegally poached rhinoceros horns, which is only about 30 horns. Despite its value, rhinoceros horns are made out of nothing special. Their horns are the same material that's in human fingernails. Credit for the bust goes to a dog named Lizzie, whose unit is dedicated to the country's efforts in stopping rhinoceros poaching. I'm Leah Baker, and this has been this week's Around the World News Report.
Hello, I'm Carson Winslow, bringing you this week's College Notebook. Today, we take a look at one of the more successful and private colleges in Massachusetts, the Regis College. The Regis College is a private Roman Catholic university located on a 132-acre former estate in the suburb of Western Massachusetts. It's approximately 12 miles downtown Boston. Regis was founded as a women's college in 1927, but by 2007, it started to become a co-educational college and was the last Catholic women's college in the Boston area to start admitting men. The college is a Catholic liberal arts and science institute founded by the Sisters of St. Joseph. The college's name is inspired by the Revered Mother Mary Regis Casserly, who established the Sisters of St. Joseph in Boston of 1873. After 8 decades as a women-only college, Regis enrolled its first co-educational class in the fall of 2007. In the more recent years, however, the school has been known for its nursing program, which is perfect considering Boston has some of the best hospitals in the country. Once you get your nursing degree from Regis, you should be able to find a pretty great job. In addition to the regular nursing program, students can pursue the online nursing degree program, which is a great option for working adults. Set in a beautiful campus setting with a mix of old architectural and new garden trees and even its famous Regis Tower, it's a wonderful school to consider. It's small enough to feel like your own home. I'm Carson Winslow, and thank you for joining us today at this week's College Notebook.
Hi, welcome to Nauset Sports. I'm Michaela Hutchinson.
And I'm Maxwell Moran.
We're going to be starting off with boys basketball. The boys fell to Sandwich January 18th, 79-31 on the road. Sandwich clinched the ACL League title with the win. Despite the loss, Liam O'Hara led the Nauset with 8 points, while Will Fisher had 5 points. Each boy had a 3-point shot during the game. Nauset's best game this week came against Barnstable on January 22nd at home. Spencer Jones hit the game-winning layup for the 79-78 win just as the buzzer was hitting the final seconds. Bobby Joy scored 35 points, Liam O'Hara 18, and Henry Blanchard 12.
The Nauset girls basketball team has been on a roll lately. A nice win against Sandwich on January 18th at home confirmed the girls have what it takes this season to go deep into the state tournament action. The 75-41 victory over Sandwich is credited to Francesca Ganella, who scored 21 points, and Skylar Sanderson, who scored 15 points. Also playing well was Michaela Hutchinson and Sunny Green, who scored 10 points apiece. On January 19th, the girls were back at it, beating Wintonville Christian 66-23. Skylar Sanderson led the team in scoring with 14 points, and on January 22nd, in Hyannis, Nauset beat Barnstable 60-54. Reagan Meehan and Skylar Sanderson were standouts for Nauset, especially in the final minutes of the game. Sanderson hit 8 free throws, while Meehan hit a 3-point shot with 2 minutes to go. Michaela Hutchinson was also key to scoring 14 points, and Ashley Ross with 10 points.
Now on the track. Nauset competed at the Coaches Relay on January 20th at the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston. 2 Nauset teams are being commended for their stellar performance. Jake Pearl, Bobby Freeman, Finnegan Brown, and Christian Auget placed 3rd in the sprint medley and also set a new school record. And the girls' team of Izzy Nobley, Rebecca Pranga, Monique Malcolm, and Kara Moore also placed 3rd in the sprint medley. They missed the school record by .04 seconds.
The Nauset wrestling team competed at the Sandwich Invitational on January 19th. Although Nauset wasn't one of the top teams overall, they had many individuals that placed well. Christian Beer, Ian Arvidson, Aiden Hanville, and Gabe Koalo all fared well in their respective divisions.
Now on to hockey. The boys hockey team beat Sandwich January 19th 5-0 at the Gallo Ice Arena in Bourne. Ben Winslow had 2 goals. Ocean Fancy, Hunter Coughlin, and Tyler Hoffman had 1 goal apiece. Goalie Chase Holm earned the shutout in the net. On January 21st, the boys competed in the Codfish Cup at Tony Kent Arena. Nauset was victorious, beating the hosts 6-0. The tournament was in honor of the fallen police officer, Sean Gannon. This has been Nauset Sports. I'm Michaela Hutchinson.
And I'm Maxim Moran.